Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Thought I would give you guys a quick follow-up bonus reading with a conversation between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. These just came out. I'm doing this real time, 7:16 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I had the reading that I posted earlier today in mind and wanted to get some further messages and a conversation going between the masculine and the feminine. This is also a reading that I do provide as a service on my website. So if you want to book a reading with me, this reading or any others, please go to queenoflight1111.com. Okay, I haven't had a chance to really process this, just like I said. This just happened real time. I was inclined to do it for you guys. I wanted to do a follow-up. So I haven't really even processed what has come out. So I'm going to channel this real time. Bottom of the deck for the tarot, Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck for the Oracle, Muse, Inspiration. So what I'm getting from this is they are inspired to set up a stable foundation, okay? A stable foundation where they can build. They are inspired to do so, okay? So his first message to her is communication, okay? We've got the communication. First card that flew out. Remember, I said this is a collective that is in communication. And her message back is understanding. The bridge is the Four of Swords, Four of Thoughts, and the Ace of Wands. Here's what's going on here. They have communicated, okay? Maybe even recently. They have communicated, and there is now this new understanding about this withdrawal, about this retreat. This Four of Swords came up in the Divine Feminine's energy today. She had retreated, okay? And it was really putting a pause on the relationship because, you know, he had retreated. And so what we're really getting is that, because remember, he had kind of paused in his head space, heart space, and in the 3D space. And so that lent her to kind of fall into this energy of the Four of Swords. And so this new beginning was halted. So what I'm really getting from this is there has been some communication, okay? Maybe, I don't know, within the last several hours, whatever. Or there's going to be in the future where they will discuss this retreat, this withdrawal, and there will be this understanding that they both have about their connection, and a new flame will be ignited, okay? This new beginning, Ace of Wands, this new energized new beginning will start to take place, okay? That's the first message. Second message is, you know, he's telling her, so maybe this came up in this communication, that he is doing some shadow work at this time. And why do I say he's doing it? Because her message back is divine masculine. She knows he's going through something. As I've been saying for the last few readings, he is going through, he's having a tower moment. He's having, you know, the wheel turn in his life, right? This karmic cycle. He's paying for some karma. There's some major shift happening in his life today. And so this is sending him into the shadow work energy. Him, you know, she's saying, yeah, masculine, I know you are going through some shadow times, right? You're dealing with these shadows, but it's time to work as a team. He realizes this too. This is the bridge between shadow work and divine masculine. Three of Pentacles. Remember, Three of Pentacles was in her headspace. And so this is very much that it's time to work together on this shadow work, right? On this shadow stuff that he's going through. And the Page of Wands is about further communication on the topic. Communicate with me. Let's work as a team. Let's get you out of the shadows, okay? He has free will. He has free will. So, you know, you can only be there as much as you can. So, because remember, he was viewing her today as the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, this compassionate person, but yet she's getting fed up with this retreat and this pause and this kind of indecision. So he is seeing her Queen of Wands energy come out. So that really goes with this next message. He's in contemplation at this time while he is, you know, he's kind of retreated, right? I mean, they are in communication. They have talked about this retreat, but I do think that he's in contemplation about how to work as a team, okay? How to ask for that help even, okay? There could be pride and ego that's getting in the way. And she's saying, surrender. Surrender to the connection, okay? Then we have the bridge, Queen of Wands, Queen of Flames, Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. What's happening here is he's contemplating, thinking about, how do I, create this Ten of Cups? Remember, that came up today in his space. How is he going to be able to manifest this? Because right now he's viewing her still as this Queen of Wands, fiery, independent, challenging, okay? And she's just saying surrender. Surrender to this emotional bliss that you want to have with me, okay? And he is contemplating that at this time. So now his next message, fourth message, return. He wants to return. He wants to return. He wants union. And that will then balance the scales for her. That is the message, okay? So it's about him coming back. It's about them continuing to talk about this and work through it as a team. But the bridge, 2 twos, decisions need to be made. He needs to act. Remember, the title of my YouTube video was Act, Return, Make That Action, okay? But the 2 cards here is 2 of Pentacles. Remember, he had that today. He had that today, and she had that today. 2 of Swords, stalemate. This return and this balancing of the scales is stuck because he's still contemplating. He's still thinking about it. So she's asking him to surrender, okay? But he has this desire to return. He wants to return. He's really just in this juggling stage and decision-making stage. But that is really going to propel this relationship forward to balance the scales. Last message from the Divine Masculine, cycles. We're going through a cycle. And she's saying conclusion. This is the end of the cycle for them. Meaning, this is the end of this cycle of pain and sadness. If you notice today, we had a lot of 10s in the reading. We also had a lot of 2s in the reading today. And so 2s are about making decisions. 10 is about the end of a cycle, okay? So what are we ending? We're ending these trapped thoughts where we're trapped in this never-ending cycle of being in our heads, not making decisions. It is time to end that cycle. It is time to conclude that cycle, and it's time to profess love. Okay, it is time to profess love. This is the Knight of Cups. It's time to come in, to share how you feel, and conclude this cycle of mystery, of the unknown, of the retreat. Okay, and build this foundation because we are inspired. Okay, so just to round this out, he's talking about, I had withdrawn communication. I was withdrawing because I'm going through this shadow period in my life. I am contemplating my life and what is happening to it and this relationship. I want to return and end the cycle, okay? He wants this new beginning. He wants to end this retreat. He wants to work as a team and communicate. He knows you are this fiery, independent person that he wants to build a life with. At this time, though, he is balancing his head and heart space. He is making a decision. The decision will be the conclusion of this trapped behavior and the movement forward of communicating love. That's from his perspective. From her perspective, she has a better understanding now because they've communicated about this retreat, and now we can ignite this flame, okay? We can start this new and improved relationship. She's saying, I know, masculine, divine masculine, you are going through a shadow period. Communicate with me and let's work as a team to help you through this. She is saying surrender this thinking, this constant need to think all the time, and surrender to this connection so we can manifest our emotional bliss. Own this relationship, lead this relationship, be this masculine. Then she's saying, I need you to balance the scales, make a decision, okay? Balance out your head and heart space and return. And then lastly, she's saying, we are concluding the cycle that we are in, cycle of our relationship being trapped. Now is the time to share our love, to profess our love, and to move this into a solid foundation, okay? That is the quick read for the conversations between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. If you have not watched my YouTube video from earlier today, please watch that and then watch this. It'll make a lot more sense. Have a great night, everybody. Good night.